Let's discuss about Danmachi Season 6 on what will gonna happens after war game of Freya and Hestia Familia, and how would Ryu say goodbye to goddess Estrella, and how is she going to join Hestia Familia? As we see in the last episode of Season 5, Freya wanted to quit being a goddess and became a normal girl as Sir. In the first chapter of Volume 19, which will become Season 6 of animated series. They have a celebration party after Great Faction War, and no one among the residents of the lower world seems to remember what happened before and after. In other words, only a few people know that the goddess Freya is Ms. Sir. At the same time, the true identity of Sir was spread among the gods. Although Hestia, as representative of the alliance of factions, allowed Sir existence, it seems that this level of humiliation is deserved. It is said that many people, mainly the goddesses, think this level is too light. But that person no longer has status, reputation, or even wealth. Then she should not repay it as a goddess, but as a girl. The same goes for the people of Freya Familia. In addition to having to obey Mamma Mia, they should also work in this tavern, because they want to minimize Sir's burden. As a loyal family member, they want to share this punishment together. During the celebration, Bell heard a cool voice, and he turned around and saw a beautiful girl standing there. She was not wearing a tavern uniform, but a traveling outfit. Ryu must have just returned to the tavern. Her figure made Bell widen his eyes. Ryu asked Bell to borrow a moment of his time, and then Bell and Ryu leave and walked a few steps until they came to an alley. The laughter in the pub and the noise on the avenue gradually faded away. Bell asked if everything is okay, and Ryu answered, "Yes, I have said goodbye to Lady Astria." Ryu stopped and turned around, and Bell think about what happened for the faction war a few days ago when Goddess Astria came over. And in order to say goodbye to the goddess who no longer belongs to Labyrinth City, Ryu left Orario to escort Lady Astria to her current base, together with the second-generation Hestia Familia. At that time, Bell thought, maybe she won't come back. But now Bell was relieved to see Ryu again. But at the same time, he couldn't help but ask one thing. Is it really okay if you don't go back to Hestia Familia? Lady Astria's favor is still engraved on Ryu's back. No matter how painful the past was, this person is still a righteous family member and should still be able to follow the goddess. Bell said to himself, if he were in Ryu's position, his heart would definitely be shaken if he must separate from Hestia. If he could, he would definitely choose to be with his goddess. And then Ryu answered, well, that's good, and I gave up on justice once. I only cared about myself and stayed away from Lady Astria. Now, if I want to join again, it would be too selfish. Moreover, Lady Astria has established a new shelter. She has a new family that admires her. Bell couldn't help but lean out at this time. Ryu showed a steady smile like an elder sister comforting her younger brother. And I have also found a new place to stay. For example, Sir and the others. And to your side. This is my choice, Bell. I want to stay here. I want to stay with you who saved me. She did not stop to look back on the past, but chose the future. Her undisguised golden hair, which has now reached her back, seems to indicate her answer. Besides, this is not a separation of life and death. We can meet again if we want to. We have also agreed to write letters to each other starting today. The bond between Ryu and Lady Astria, and Alice and the others, will not disappear. And then Ryu said there's something she want to tell Bell. At this time, Bell remembered about Ryu's confession on the war game, and his face turned red. It was very clear that he was not allowed to have any misunderstandings, such as being a friend or a rabbit pet. Suddenly, when Bell's whole face heated up rapidly, he instantly realizing that he was alone with a very beautiful elf, and his heart beat uncontrollably. He's full of so many thoughts when Ryu said that she wanted to join Hestia Familia. Bell turns to became a stupid for expecting something. And in the next morning, Yamato's voice blended into the clear blue sky when they've heard Ryu wanted to join Hestia Familia. They were all shocked to hear that the level 6 first-class adventurer wanted to join them. Yamato agreed on the spot since she looked up so much to Ryu ever since, and Ryu helped them so many times. After discussing the situation, they all agreed to let Ryu become a member of Hestia Familia, but they need to come up to her new last name, since in the record Gale, Wind is now dead. At that moment, Ryu suggested Ryu Crenel is one to be picked, since it should be naturally to borrow the last name of the leader. And then Hestia went around behind Ryu with great speed and quickly equipped her sandals on his right hand to hit the back of Ryu's head, making a crisp sound. I thought you were the only one who wasn't like this. I can clearly see your evil thoughts, you liar, you useless demon. Hestia went crazy and then stopped by the others. At the end, Ryu register under the registered name Ryu Astrea.